everybody. I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
It is 40 degrees here.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
It is 25 Celsius. It's probably like 70 something.
Oh my God, I hate you.
Yeah.
Some people love this, because
it's
not,
warm.
We don't get it much, but I'm hating it. And of course, I've gotten into plants lately, so I had to bring all my plants in the house so they wouldn't die last night.
It's been freezing. Big cold front came through.
Yeah. So anyway,
welcome to winter.
Everybody, welcome. This is episode number 240 of HYSTO. I am Jay Bullington.
Hey, here's Keith Carcino.
And Keith, I haven't even said anything about this yet, but you're not going to believe this. Guess what?
What?
This is our 10th anniversary.
Is it really a
decade? It is our 10th anniversary, dude.
What? Really?
And I can't believe it just snuck up on me the other day. It just popped up on the calendar, and I'm like,
wow.
I can't believe this. I've got so much other stuff going on right now that I didn't even think about it for some reason.
I had no idea. Wow, congratulations.
So it's our 10th anniversary.
This is exciting. Oh, pop the bubbly.
You have been the official host for 8 years, but you were always there for those first 2 years, too.
I remember it well.
You were there with Paul and I.
Paul, yeah.
So you've been there the whole time, too.
I was even there. We had
happy
a party
anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Remember, we had a party at your house clearly more than 10 years ago. And I remember sitting around the table, and you and Paul were like, pushing off ideas. Have you seen this one? Have you seen this one? And they're like, why don't we just create a podcast about movies? And look at us now. So it's gone, Bill. It's been a good ride.
It was. And I remember Rick came over and said, "Y'all sound like you're on the radio." And I was like, "See,
yeah, it's meant to be. It just makes sense."
Here we are, 10 years later, still going.
I'd have it no other way. Love
absolutely,
it.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about what's new. What's been new for you, bud?
All right, I saw this movie. It's from 2023. It's called Strange Darling. Have you seen Strange Darling?
No, I don't recognize that.
My, okay. I'm gonna have to add this to my list then too.
Okay.
It's about this. There's this serial killer. It's a female serial killer.
Okay.
And, well, actually, you shouldn't say too much about it. But there's a serial killer going out, and it's shot in different there's 5 acts. But it's not shot from act 1 to act 5. It starts in act 3, then goes to act 1,
I like that.
then act 4, then 2, then 5, and it's done really well. You have got to see this. Don't watch it though. Don't watch it because I might have to have you watch it on this. We need to talk about this movie.
Well, I've got plenty of things on my list. I can still wait on that, but it sounds really interesting. Yeah.
It is a really cool movie.
Okay, cool.
I think you'll enjoy and appreciate the way that it's directed and the way that it's shot, and of course, I wouldn't call it a slasher, but it doesn't involve a serial killer who is a psychotic person who it's crazy. And there's twists and all kinds of things involved in it. I highly recommend Strange Darling. We might have to put that on our queue of things to talk about on this.
Okay.
So this next one I saw, it just came out last year, 2025. It stars, what's his name? Oh gosh. No, I can't think of it. Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. It's called Roof Man. And it's based on It's based on a true story about this criminal who kind of just, he's looking for he's a big family man, but he is also down on his luck, have a hard time finding a good paying job to support his family. So he turns to crime in order to he steals things out of his whole his whole thing is to cut a hole out of the roof, and then he drops through the roof and steals different department stores money, and then he gets away with it. But the whole story is about him breaking out of prison, and he lives in this Toys R Us. And the little guy from I shouldn't say the guy from Games of Thrones is in it. I forgot his name though. But
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He plays a really cool part of this too. But I recommend Roof Man if you want a cool, silly little movie in the background to watch.
I've seen the preview and I've seen the ads for it. It looks fun. So yeah,
it's cute. It's a
Yeah.
cute movie. Yeah, I
Okay.
like it a lot. Then this last one I want to talk about is called Novocaine. It's also from last year, 2025. It
Okay.
stars Jack Quaid, which I'm assuming might be the son of Randy Quaid. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe.
Or
I'm not
Dennis
sure if
Quaid.
that's or sorry, or Dennis Quaid, right?
Hmm.
He looks more like Randy, so it might be. I mean, I'm
Okay.
sorry, no, sorry, no, sorry. He looks more like Dennis Quaid, so it might be
Okay.
Dennis Quaid. But he has this amazing ability where he's incapable of feeling pain. And so you can like
Oh, yes,
smack
I
him
did
across
hear
the
about this one.
you're yeah, this is a this
Oh,
is
wait, that's oh, what's his name?
Jack
Um,
Jack Quaid, Ray Nicholson, Amber Midthunder is also in it too. It's directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson.
I was
Um
thinking it was somebody else, I guess.
oh
Yeah, I thought it was
right.
somebody. I thought somebody else was starring in this. No, I saw the trailer for this, and it looks kind of funny.
It is. It is a comedy
Okay,
slash action, but
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
like a
Like this was
heist kind of movie.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
okay,
There is a lot of
okay.
some action in it too. So yeah, I
Uh-huh.
would. Yeah, this was a pretty fun one as well. Again, there's a little twist in the middle of this one too that makes it even more fun. So Novocaine I'd recommend if you have that some time for that as well.
Okay.
That's it though. Yeah. How about you, Jay? What's been entertaining you?
Okay. Well, the Golden Globes were on
Oh, yep,
last
yep,
week,
yep.
and so
Uh-huh.
and of course, our buddy James and I were like back and forth texting the whole time. What you
Of
think of that?
course.
What you think? Because he's the
Uh,
awards guy, like totally.
right, right.
And the Oscars are coming up. They're going to give the nominations coming up this week, I believe. So the
Okay.
Oscar nominations
That's
will be coming
exciting.
out. So,
Okay.
and the folks I wanted to win didn't necessarily win, but Nikki
I,
Glazer, she was hilarious, and the clothes
as
were all
always,
fabulous. And
of
I
course.
love that stuff.
Yep.
Um, I went to see sorry Shauna. I said I we said we go see it together, but I was afraid it was going to leave the theaters before we got to do it. So I went by myself. I went to see Anaconda,
Oh yeah. Which is
the new
not
one.
not like the 90s one
Oh
with
no, no.
Jennifer Lopez. Okay.
Well,
Uh,
it's a comedy. I mean,
right.
it's a straight up comedy. Paul
Right.
Rudd and Jack Black. I mean, hello.
Of course.
Um, so funny. I enjoyed it so much. Sean, if you want to go see it, I'll go see it again. I'll be happy to go see it again. It was really funny.
Cool.
A couple surprises that I wasn't expecting that were really fun. It was really fun. Another one is, and I think we talked about, I think you've seen this also, the new Final Destination movie,
Oh
Bloodlines.
yes. Oh
Yes.
wow. One of the better, if not
Oh
one of the
yeah.
best in the
Yeah.
franchise.
Oh
I
man.
mean, right from the get-go, it's
Right.
a long opening scene,
And
but man, it
it's a
is
classic Final Destination long opening.
yeah,
It's
oh, for
great.
sure. There's a
It
lot
does
of things that
not
like, okay,
disappoint.
when's it gonna? It does not. Great kills all
Oh man,
throughout.
the kills are just
Oh
out
my
there.
gosh.
They're
I
so
mean,
and they then of course, Final Destination is famous for these ridiculous like I forget what the name of that contraption is where it's like a long everything has to fall into place for
all
it to
right. Yeah.
um
Uh-huh.
anyway, it's just it's really funny. There's a lot of good laughs in it.
It is,
I just thought it was fun.
like the first scene too is beautiful. I
Oh
mean, the way
yeah,
that they did it and
it's
how
really
it's
well
like
done.
shot in the past, it is done. Yeah, one of the like I said, one of the
Yeah,
best in the franchise for sure.
really well done. Really enjoyed that. One thing I want to talk about is I was watching YouTube and I've been watching this guy. It's called Cobwebs, the Cobwebs channel. His
Okay.
name is Daniel Epler. He's a super fun guy. I would love to hang out with this guy and talk horror movies. Man, I mean, he's got a crazy collection that he has behind him when he's filming himself, of his movies. It looks kind of almost like my house a little bit.
Okay. All right.
He's so much fun to listen to if you like not, and it's so funny because he not just horror movies, but he'll talk about all different types of movies, mostly
Hmm.
horror movies though.
Hmm.
That's his main thing. But he went through. I was watching a long video of him going through his Blu-ray collection from A to Z,
Oh, okay.
and I was amazed at how many that he and I both have. It was so
Oh
funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yours is pretty impressive too. You have
it's
quite the collection yourself.
yeah, it's a library. It's a
It's a
library.
lot. Yeah, that's a good way to
Yeah,
put it.
for
It's a
sure.
library.
Okay. And in my library is this film that we're going to talk about for our 10th anniversary episode from 2018. The movie is Climax. Shall we get into it?
Please, I can't wait.
All right, let's do it.
If you couldn't dance, what would you do? Suicide?
The movie is Climax from 2018, directed by Gaspar Noé. He is an Argentinian filmmaker and screenwriter, but he lives in France. So this movie was made in France. He also directed the movies I Stand Alone, Enter the Void, and Irreversible. Irreversible, I could not even finish. I
I
couldn't
read up
watch
a
it.
little bit. I haven't seen any of those movies, but I heard that some of them are pretty divisive or hard to watch, and
Yeah.
they explore a lot of hard to watch depictions and
Irreversible
scenes.
is about a rape, and it is very, very difficult to watch. I couldn't
Okay.
get through it. Could not
Yeah,
get
okay.
through it. And that's
I can
rare for
understand
me.
that.
That is
Right.
rare for me, but
That
I
is
could not
very
do it.
rare.
This film stars Sofia Boutella and a bunch of dancers. That's basically it.
Right. And she was the only one with like actual acting experience from what I
Exactly.
read, right? Yep.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. She's the only
Mhm.
one who was actually an actor. She portrays the choreographer, but she's not really a choreographer. She's a dancer also, but
Right. She's clearly a
obviously,
pro.
yeah, clearly a well-trained dancer, very good.
Mhm. Right.
But she's not the choreographer. She's just playing the choreographer in the movie.
Right. Right.
So, quick summary. Some French dancers gather in a remote, empty school building to rehearse on a wintry night. Very wintry, very snowy night.
Uh-huh.
The all-night celebration morphs into a hallucinatory nightmare when they learn that
Uh-huh.
their sangria has been laced with LSD.
Damn, I'm in. All right, that's all I needed to hear.
Okay,
I
you've
went into
never
this
heard of this
movie.
movie,
I
right?
went into this movie
Okay.
not knowing an absolute thing. I went in completely blind and deaf and mute, and so it all was just like I gotta say that when you said, "Oh, this is a dance movie, not a
Uh-huh.
musical, but a dance movie," I was like,
Right.
"Okay, I'll be open-minded."
Hmm.
But man, that opening dance scene, I must have watched it more than 10 times.
Are you
It
serious? Are
it
you
was
serious?
so good.
Keith, I
The
swear,
music, I loved it. I absolutely
I
loved it.
have watched that opening number, I know, over 100 times.
I can see why. It was
I just,
just
and there's so much to look at in it.
that's the thing is that
Yeah.
every time I watch it, I try to focus on a different character
Hmm.
because they all have their own unique dancing
Yes.
styles and they
Yes.
all contribute at different parts within
Yes.
the number. Oh my
Yes.
God, it was just I was like jaw dropped. I was like so immersed in the whole like it's like a good 5-6 minute
I,
long dance
oh,
scene and it
it's
was
like, no, it's like, I
maybe
think it's
10. Yeah,
almost
yeah.
10 minutes, I think.
Right.
Yeah. It's
But
long.
again, it's long, but man, I just couldn't take my eyes away from it.
That is
It's
so exciting to hear. That is
it's
so
also
awesome.
interesting, like once you watch the whole movie through,
Hmm.
I, I I'll tell you this, Jay. Of all the movies we've done in our 8 years together, I've
Um,
never watched a movie more than once, except this one.
oh,
I
really?
I watched this one
Really?
I watched this one twice, and a
Oh,
lot of it was
wow.
because once I realized all that had happened and how it went down, I wanted answers.
Uh-huh.
And so I went back and I watched
Uh-huh.
everything, looking at different characters and the way they moved
Uh-huh.
around, and even especially if they weren't like the focus of the camera at the time, I was
Uh,
watching the background to see how they were talking and what they were doing.
yeah.
I was just blown away, man. I could not.
That is so exciting to
It
hear.
is.
I
Uh,
did not expect that.
I didn't either. But man, I was like drawn into this from the get-go. And
And I can
um
tell you, Shauna, who unfortunately couldn't join us today, she came over to my house and we watched this movie together.
right?
And I kept laughing during the movie. And she's looking and she's like, "You're thinking of Keith." I'm like, "Yes, I'm thinking of Keith watching this
What
movie." And I would just
what?
crack up. Certain scenes, I would just laugh and say, "I just can't wait to hear what Keith thinks about this," in a
Oh,
great
okay.
way. It was like, "Oh my
Oh,
God, I
okay,
can't
okay.
wait."
Uh-huh,
I said,
uh-huh.
"Oh my God, what's Keith going to say about this?" You know, it's
Oh,
like
well,
because it's so
and
wild.
There were some interesting parts too. Like the movie opens up with this weird, thing like, okay, there's definitely something happening when you see like the white and there's like
Hmm.
something that looks like it's been bleeding in the snow and it looks like it's
Yes.
dead. So, okay, that's interesting. But then they go off into these like 10 minutes of interviews. They interview each character one at a time. And at the time I'm listening to what they're saying. I'll go, okay. It's kind of a slow start. But then again, when you watch the whole movie and you see how the characters transform,
Hmm.
I was so like I had to go back and watch all their interviews again to see what they were saying and how it plays out. And
Yes.
it's
The
so and
dynamics between them
right.
and all,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Well, and there's weird parts of this movie too. Like again, it starts with like a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
interviews, and then it goes into the long 10-minute dance number, and then there's a part. Well, we'll get to all the other parts, but then in the middle of the movie, we'll get to that too.
Mhm.
It then the credits roll. Like you see,
Yes. Yes.
this really cool fun. I was like, what's
Yes.
happening here? And then again,
Yes.
after watching the whole movie and watching again, it all makes sense. The way that it's
Yes.
shot, it's like,
Yes.
oh,
I love it.
and the credits roll in the exact center of the movie, like and right in the
Hmm.
very middle, which is interesting in itself. But we'll get to that. I have more to say on that when we get there.
I'm so excited.
I am
I
too. Like
did
I
not
said,
I wasn't sure how you were going to react to this, and this is
I
really cool.
I well after it ended, I was like, I gotta see it again. I couldn't wait to talk about it because there's so much to go through with this movie, man. So much.
Oh man. Okay, so in the winter of 1996, a professional French dance troupe led by Emmanuel and choreographer Silva rehearse an upcoming performance in an abandoned school. After completing okay, now before we see that though, we see the scene you were talking about where suddenly we're like, and we realize we're in the snow. At first we're like, it's just white. Then we realize, oh, we're in
Uh-huh.
the snow. And
Uh-huh.
then we see a person bloody,
Right. Motionless, laying
motion. Yeah,
on its stomach, and like,
yes.
okay, something happened here,
That
but we don't
person
know what.
looks dead. And then
Uh-huh.
we see a bloody person like crying. And then suddenly,
Uh-huh.
boom, we turn to and what we really saw was the end of the movie. Basically, that's the end of the movie at the beginning
Uh-huh.
of the movie.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. So that then we go into the dance number. And DJ Daddy's doing the music. DJ Daddy in his kilt, he's so hilarious. Oh my God, that queen, he's so funny. Um, as the party progresses, the dancers become increasingly agitated and confused, eventually realizing that the sangria has been spiked with a hallucinogen, probably LSD.
Uh-huh.
So
Well,
they
and
go ahead.
right after the dance, they're all like celebrating. They all start passing the sangria around.
Hmm.
There's even this little kid, Tito, or his name
Tito,
is like one
oh
of the
God,
lady's sons. Like, what is he doing
Emmanuel's
there?
son, and she's
What
the
is
one
he
who did the
doing?
sangria.
Right, right. She made the sangria,
She made
and
the sangria.
she wasn't dancing, if I'm not mistaken.
She
She
used to be a dancer, but she was
okay.
just there helping out with stuff. And
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
she's the she was what the I think they said she's the manager. So
Okay.
she's now the
And
manager of the troupe
I know that well, at first everyone thought that she spiked the sangria because
because
she
she
was the one
made
that
the
made it,
sangria.
right? And
Yeah.
she's kind of overseeing the
And
party,
oh,
manage it.
you're mad because you're not dancing anymore and you just wanted to,
Oh,
it's,
uh-huh.
but
And
then
at first I
she's
thought
like,
it was her.
excuse me,
I thought
I
it was
drank
her.
it too and I'm getting, and then she realizes that her little boy had it in her hand and she's like, oh my God,
I
that comes
saw
out.
that in the
Yeah.
background too the
Yeah.
second time. In
Yeah.
fact, that's one of the things I specifically look for because I
Yeah.
was like, did the kid drink it? But then, yeah, he did. He got a few good swigs of it
He
too.
did. He did. Now, Taylor, before that, Taylor already resentful toward Omar for dating his sister Gazelle. That's all. We'll get into that later. Proclaims, Omar, you're the only one who hasn't had the sangria. And since you don't drink alcohol for religious reasons, they throw Omar out into the snowstorm because you must be the one who did it. You must be the one who did that to us. So, okay, then that's when Emmanuel finds her son Tito drinking the sangria. She locks him inside an electrical room to protect him from she realizes something
Uh-huh.
weird is going on.
Something is
And
going
and
down.
I don't know how I'm going to react to this stuff. I need to make sure he's safe. So she locks him in, which I can kind of see
Yeah. Well,
understand her in that
number one,
situation.
I knew that she never expected this
Yeah.
to go like this, but
Yeah.
still, find a babysitter, man, for an all-night party with some crazy dancers. don't bring your little kid to this.
Well, I would think that too, but I don't know. Maybe in France they do things differently. I don't
Or
know.
maybe she didn't have the means to find anyone
Maybe
to.
so. I
I
don't
don't
know.
want to place judgment. But that was another terrifying aspect to the whole movie
Mhm.
too. This little kid has been subjected to not just like alcohol or even marijuana. Like this is LSD is a
LS,
heavy
that's
duty freaking
this
drug,
is yeah. We're
man.
not talking about a little
You
hangover and
have
you'll.
outer body
Yeah,
experiences,
this is
hallucinations,
dangerous.
delusions,
This is
very
dangerous
dangerous,
for this
especially
kid.
for a developing mind and
Yeah,
brain. Oh,
yeah.
it's terrible. Yeah, I was
So
really felt bad for him.
so Selva goes to the friend of her the room of her friend Lou, and Lou says, well, she didn't drink. The reason she didn't drink is because she's pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And then Dom comes in, and this another female dancer. She comes in,
What was
and
her
she's all
problem?
pissed, and she's like, you did it because you didn't drink
Oh, okay.
anything. You
Uh-huh.
spiked." And then she kicks her repeatedly in the stomach, not
Why?
believing she's pregnant. Oh, just a
Oh,
horrible. But these
terrible.
people are all out of their minds at
Yeah, I
this
was
point.
just gonna say they're doing things they
They're
normally
really
wouldn't do.
gone at
They
this
drop
point.
their inhibitions, and it's interesting
Yeah,
too to see how the
this is.
different characters
Oh my God.
all react to the drug in different ways. Some of them are like
Yes.
having the best time
Oh
ever.
yeah.
Some of them are
Even at
like
the end when all this awful stuff has happened, there's
they're
still one or
still
two that are
dancing,
like
right?
la la la, no,
Right.
it's pretty.
Well,
Yes,
it,
oh,
it it quickly evolved into a nightmare
Oh
for
yeah.
everybody, though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Well,
no one saw it going this way.
in the kitchen, Elia catches Jennifer snorting cocaine, despite telling Elia, "Oh no, I'm out. I don't have any." Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
Elia pushes Jennifer into a portable stove, and that sets her hair on fire.
And instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, let me help you, she laughs at her and pushes her off.
Yes, she
Uh,
just because she's out of her mind.
She's all out of her minds. Everyone's
So
out of their
now a
minds.
frenzied Lou, the pregnant one, confronts Dom on the dance floor, but everybody else accuses Lou of spiking the drink also. And at first, she takes up a knife to defend herself, and she's like, I'm gonna cut one of you." But then she starts punching herself in the stomach and slashing herself with the knife, um, while the group encourages her to kill herself.
Oh my gosh.
Before Ava comes to comfort her. Now,
Oh
I
my
have to say,
God.
Shauna was really upset by this scene because Shauna thought this actress really cut herself. So I want to say to Shauna and everybody out there, no, she did not.
It did look very real though.
It looked
Because you know,
very real, but she did
when
not
you
cut
slice
herself.
herself, it doesn't
Mhm.
like come
It
out, but then
doesn't
after a few
bleed right
seconds,
away, but
then
yeah,
it starts to show up and it
yeah.
did that. I thought
They
it
did
looked
it.
real.
It was very expertly done. She
Uh-huh.
did not hurt herself.
Okay, good enough. And just to be clear, the kid was not on LSD,
Oh, no,
right?
nobody was on LSD.
That in itself is hard to believe because all the
We'll
actors
talk about
just
that kid again later, though.
okay, good.
Um, this okay. So Selva, hearing screams, finds Emmanuel, who has lost the key to the electrical room
Oh
in
my
which Tito
God.
is locked, and
It just gets
Tito
worse.
is screaming for help due to hallucinations.
You can
Poor
tell he's
thing.
hallucinating. He's like, there's cockroaches in here. And then he
Yes,
says later,
yes.
the room is moving. Like, yeah, you're on LSD, kid,
Mhm.
man.
Okay,
Oh,
so all
terrifying.
this, Shauna also was terrified for the kid, and I wanted her to know that the director said, no one on this movie had more fun than that kid.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
He had the best time. He had so much fun. He didn't
Okay.
understand what the hell was going on. He didn't know what was going on, but all he knew was he did what he was told to do, and he got to scream and act like a crazy nut, and he loved it. He had a blast.
Okay,
So the kid
cool.
had fun. Okay, just so everybody
Okay,
knows.
good to know. That's awesome.
So while Emmanuel desperately searches for the key, Selva sees Taylor and a group brutally beating David, who has spent the night talking about having sex with all the women in the group. All he does is say, yeah, I did her. I'm
Well,
not using the word to use.
right,
But
but he's also like going from woman to woman,
yeah.
trying to find out. And there's a bunch of people, especially, homosexual men in that room who are also trying to get with him too, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But it's funny because the people he wanted didn't want him, and the people who wanted him he didn't want.
He didn't want.
And you notice too that like everyone was rejecting him. Like towards the end, like they're like, "I get out of here! I don't want you." Even Selva towards the end even said, "Get out of my face!
Just
I told
get
you
out
no."
of here. Yes.
I know. Uh-huh.
Oh, he was. And then the school loses electricity suddenly, and
You know how
switches
that
to
happened,
red
right?
emergency lighting. And someone laughingly shouts, "Oh, Tito's electrocuted himself." Well, we know that's what it is.
Yeah.
He did. Tito's dead. The child is dead.
Oh my God.
In a shower, Ava desperately tries to wash off the blood from Lou's cuts. Ivana drags Selva to her room where they kiss and start having sex. Then David enters and tries to drag out Selva, and that's when she's like, she pushes him out and locks the door. David is also turned away by Daddy, who is comforting Riley, who has been repeatedly rejected by David all night.
On the way
Then,
to, you see, was it Ava or who was the cute skinny girl in the black dress with the short bob hair doing
what was it? What was her name?
I forgot her
I
name.
can't remember her name.
But she was trying to help Lou, like console her
Yeah.
and like get the knife away, and
Yeah.
then Lou like grabs her face with her bloodied hands and gets blood all over her.
Yes.
So when you see
that's
her
it. Yes.
in the shower, like trying to wipe
She's
all
the
the blood
one
off,
trying
she's
to wash
naked.
the blood off. Yes.
Well, she's also super high on LSD, so she's probably
That's
freaking
Ava.
out.
Her name was Ava. Yeah.
Ava,
That
right,
was Ava.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then David catches Taylor having incestuous sex with his sister Gazelle in the bathroom.
What the heck, man? I mean,
And Gazelle is like, she runs off and stumbles into the central hall where the remaining dancers have just gone into this drug-induced psychosis. They're dancing or having sex or physically assaulting each other. I mean, it's
a
just
mix.
insane.
And I gotta say too, Jay, and we need to talk about. We got to at least mention the way that this movie is shot.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot of it's like one full continuous.
Oh yeah,
shot.
very.
The way it's
There was
it moves from character to character without
there
like
is
breaking.
there is a 42-minute long shot in this movie. 42 minutes.
That's half the movie right there.
Yeah, that's all. It's insane, and the fact that they were able to do it.
And what's even more impressive is that
We'll
I
get
read
into
that
later.
the director only had like 5 pages of a script.
Yeah.
And that a lot of it was done just off the top.
A lot of it's improvised.
Improvised,
It
right.
was just here's your character.
This is your character.
Grow with that, and you grow with that.
Take it, do what you want.
Which is amazing because, like we said, there's only one real actor in the film. All the rest, they were dancers, but dancers are performers. Former dancer, hello. And so you are kind of acting when you're dancing, but it's not the same as reading, saying your lines and stuff. That's a whole different thing. So Taylor catches up to Gazelle and professes his love, and then she sobs, and then she has a seizure on the floor. Taylor takes her to his room while David is attacked by another dancer who slams his head against the floor. When the police arrive the next morning, they find almost all the dancers either unconscious or dead.
I gotta say this too. We haven't talked about Psyche at all.
Well, that's
Psyche,
it. Ivy's Ivana's girlfriend Psyche, she continues just dancing by herself. She just
the whole time.
Yes.
The whole time she's by herself doing things, and yeah, it does. The second time I watched this movie, I was watching her a lot, kind of to see what she's doing, what she's up to. Right.
Yeah.
Off doing her own thing, kind of just in her own little world, dancing it all up, which is interesting. And this will come back in a moment when we find out like the truth of what happened that night. And then it all makes sense. When you go back and watch it again and you watch her character, you're like, something's amiss here.
I love it.
You can tell because she is you can tell that LSD, it reacts to her. She reacts to LSD differently than everyone else. Because at the end of the movie, everyone's passed out.
Yeah.
Like the energy is depleted from everybody after the craziest night of their lives, except for her, who still, even as like the cops walk in, she's still kind of doing a little thing and dancing in the middle of the dance.
That's where we are. We've got Ivana, Psyche's dancing alone. Dom is curled up alone on the floor sobbing. Jennifer is splashing water on her burned scalp and screaming. Tito's corpse lies there beside the open door of the electrical cabinet, and Emmanuelle has killed herself outside the room because of grief. She couldn't stand it.
Just dark, man. This is dark.
So outside, Lou exits the building and is writhing outside in the snow, laughing uncontrollably, just lost her mind. Omar is frozen to death. Ava is curled up naked in a shower cubicle. Daddy cradles Riley in his bed. Gazelle wakes up next to Taylor, who says, "Don't say anything to Dad."
No, well, he goes, nothing happened, but then don't say anything to Dad.
Don't say anything to Dad.
Something happened, man. You gross freak.
Ivana and Selva are asleep and cuddling. And Psyche, who has several books related to hallucinogens in her bag and apparently suffering no ill effects from the acid, goes to her room and drops liquid LSD into her eye. Now, you remember at the very beginning of the movie, she's the one who said, and in English, she said,
I had to get out of Germany
because all the drugs. I couldn't be around that.
My roommate would like drop LSD in his
doing
eye.
LSD drops in his eyes.
I had to get away from that.
And she's the one who caused the whole thing.
Well, and you know why? She said that on an interview to try to. She knew what she was going to do, and I think she was trying to take the focus off of her if indeed this did come into an investigation. Like, no, look in the interview. I can't stand this stuff. But man,
I said explicitly what I would not do. That was done. I mean, it's so on the nose. It's like, really?
Well, and I don't think it ever showed her actually spiking the sangria.
Oh no, you never see it. You never
but
see
you
it.
know when I think it happened?
When
I think she did it while the dance number was taking
while the
place.
numbers, you know what?
Because
everybody was focused on what they were doing so much.
And she didn't, like, her solo didn't happen until like the last minute or two. And so like the
when
first
she comes
8 minutes,
out in the bikini, I love
right,
that.
like strips down and just goes after it.
And she's so, I mean, her movements are, Shauna was like, wow, how does she do that? It's like,
well, I thought about
so
everybody. Everyone had it. Yeah,
I was being a former dancer. I'm telling you, I've got it on in the background right now, and it's the middle part where they are kind of going crazy in a circle dancing, where one's in the middle and everybody's around them. Like yell, like dance. I just, as a dancer, these kids just blow my mind.
Well, as a non-dancer who can't even appreciate it to the same level, I still was like just in awe by the whole dance number from start to finish. It was just, like I said, I had to watch it so many times because it was just so much to see.
So you were right about it was a 5-page script. The second half of the film is made up almost entirely of a single unbroken 42-minute long take.
And I love the way that it was broken up too, Jay. If you notice, the first half of the movie, everyone's having a good time. They're all sober. They start drinking a little bit. They're partying. Then the credits roll halfway through it. And then as soon as the credits
and hell
are
breaks
done,
loose,
there's like a 10-second black screen.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back, that's when Silva's like, I don't feel good. Something's not right. And then weird. it just falls off the cliff after that.
So they shot all the scenes chronologically, which they don't usually do in film. It took between 15 and 16 takes to shoot the first 10-minute opening scene, which is all one continuous shot, the dance.
Okay.
It took them 15 takes. They had to do it 15 times. Think about that.
Oh my gosh.
Of all the dance scenes in the film, the only the first one was choreographed. All the rest where the dancers chose to express themselves through their own talent and language. So they were just improvising their own dance, which is mind-blowing to me.
There was another one too that like after the drugs kicked in, there's this cool like ceiling shot from above. And it's like 5 minutes of everyone doing their own thing. And
that's what I was just watching here. Yes, that's what I was just watching. That really got to Shauna. She said, okay, I don't know how much more upside down I can do. It's one of Gaspar Noé's best reviewed movies, a fact that, by his own admission, made him somewhat suspicious because he believes art in general, and his movies in particular, should be divisive and make the audience uncomfortable. That's his goal.
Well, he definitely achieved that.
Oh yeah.
My gosh. Yeah. Uncomfort is a main theme of how I felt while watching this movie, which is how I like to feel during suspenseful, scary movies. Right? This isn't really scary, but it is horror. I would say that this is horror.
I would agree with that. And I haven't really thought of it that way before, but it's a horror story.
Horrible things happen.
It's a horror story.
Especially when like that the like later in the movie when all the lights turn off and it's like red glow
It
and
becomes
it gets dark and some people are
like a haunted
dancing
house
like
almost.
maniacs, others are like having sex on like on the floor, others are like writhing in pain, and other ones are
Uh-huh.
like it looked like how I would envision hell to be like a little bit, you know?
Well,
Like it was frightening.
yeah, yeah. Critics' responses. Bianca Garner from Filmotomy. There is so much potential here, and it's so frustrating that Noe didn't go even further.
What?
Apparently, Climax was shot with only a 5-page long script, and it shows. That's her opinion.
How much farther do you want them to
Well,
take
that's what I
it?
wonder. Yeah. Trace Thurman from Horror Queers podcast. I love that podcast. Less a film and more an experience, an
Mhm.
anxiety inducing one at that.
Yeah.
Climax is a fascinating and stressful watch. I
I think you nailed that one on the head. Yeah, I
and
agree with that.
Nicholas Del Gaudio from Discussing Film said it's horrifying, hypnotic, seductive, and impossible to look away from.
Indeed. All that.
Indeed,
Yep.
indeed.
Yep. Indeed.
Scores IMDb 6.9.
Hmm. Okay.
Tomato meter 69% and popcorn meter 65%. Pretty close,
Huh.
but I'm still a man with the critics again. Um, so Keith, would you recommend this movie?
Man, without a doubt. This is
I'm so excited.
one of the best movies I've seen on on this podcast, man.
Wow,
I
I can't.
was
Oh man, that's so
blown
exciting.
away with it. There was the way that it made me feel. I felt disgusting, but also so fascinated by every character, every scene, every dance number. It was just done so well. I really felt like they were truly going through a hypnotic acid trip. You could
Oh
feel
yeah.
for them through the whole thing,
Oh
and it
yeah.
just and like I said, I love movies. I've said this many times before of where it shows character development from beginning to end. This one wasn't just character development, it was overall, and I don't even know what it was like the way that the whole plot developed.
Uh-huh.
It evolved and it just grew darker and darker all the way to the very end. And I
Yeah.
love the way it ended. I was worried it was going to end and like not give me the satisfaction of finding out
Of
how it ended.
actually ending. Yeah.
But you see how all it like
Yes.
there at the very end there's a shot of each character and
Yes.
how their night ended. And
Yeah.
you see it and some of them are heartbreaking, some of them are terrifying, some of them
Yeah.
are like,
You
but
know,
then
there are some movies like I go back to The Birds always when I think of this, a movie
uh-huh,
that doesn't end. You know,
okay.
they leave, but what happened? That's it didn't end. And I was and first time I saw this movie, I was afraid it was just going to be, But
I was too, yeah.
like you
I
said,
was
they went
uh-huh.
back. I mean, they closed every book. You know what I mean? They closed
and
every chapter.
and then it leaves you with this like a weird satisfaction of knowing how like there's
Well,
some
yeah,
finality in it, but it
yeah,
also made me want to go back and watch it again,
yes.
knowing what I know about every character, so I can watch them in the background to see how they're behaving, and it's just
Uh-huh.
it's
Keith,
so
I'm so tickled
I
because
am blown away, Jay,
I really
man.
didn't know if you
Really,
were gonna.
no,
I didn't know
dude,
if you were gonna like this one or not.
this one, I would, like I
It's
said,
so
the
cool.
only one I've watched more than once, and I would watch it again and again.
Oh
It's
my God,
rewatchable. I absolutely loved it in the weirdest ways. But
that's
I
great.
also remember saying the same thing about Pink Flamingos, right? It's like
Uh-huh.
a movie you
Yeah,
can't really stand, but you
yeah.
can't stand
Well,
not to watch.
it's been so wonderful, Keith, because we recommend these movies for each other, and I
Right,
use sometimes I just oh yeah he's gonna like this one, but every
right.
once in a while, and then sometimes you will recommend a movie for me,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
I'm telling you, movies like Tag,
Yep, yep. Tag.
The Diving Bell and the Butterfly.
That one crossed my mind. Well,
Oh
for those,
my God, dude,
the
that
French can make movies, man. I tell
oh
you, another French
that
film.
movie is
Uh-huh.
it's in my heart forever,
Right.
you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
this has been just a wonderful journey. This, and I
Right.
can't
Well,
wait for it to continue, man.
I so glad. And what a cool like 10-year
Yeah,
like it's been a great 10 years. I can't wait, like you said, to see what else the
me
next
too,
10
buddy.
years have to offer. Good
Yeah, me
stuff.
too, buddy. Me too. This has been
Mm.
awesome. Okay,
Yeah, indeed.
Histophiles. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all those you can find us there. Our podcast is available anywhere you get your pods: Apple, Spotify, Amazon Prime. If you do find our pods there, please subscribe and please leave a rating. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
So we are moving into our 11th year of doing this show.
Okay.
And we're going to go on to episode number 241. And I think I can't remember, but I think this is going to be our 340th movie that we have covered.
340.
Our
It's crazy.
340th movie. Keith, what do you have in store for me?
All right. My parents had me watch this when I visited them, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's
Oh,
from
really?
2023, written and directed by Francis Galuppi. It's called The Last Stop in Yuma County.
The Last Stop in Yuma County.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't recognize this title. Wow. It's only like
Yeah.
2.5 or 3 years old here.
I had not heard about it before
I don't-
seeing it either, but
I
it's
don't
another.
recognize any actors in it either.
I
Oh,
don't-
Barbara Crampton.
Who's Barbara Crampton?
Barbara Crampton. Oh, she is a horror goddess.
Oh, yes, I recognize her face now that I'm
I
looking
have
at
an
it. Okay.
autographed picture of Barbara Crampton on my wall. In my
Oh,
movie
wow,
room, in my
really?
movie room.
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Okay, cool.
Latrice Carter got that for me. Thank you, Latrice.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also it was while I was supposed to go see her at the Texas Frightmare Fest.
Uh-huh.
And last year I got sick around that time. I wasn't able to go. But Latrice went and she got me that picture. And she also Barbara Crampton made a video and sent it. They sent me a video, Barbara Crampton saying, "Jay, I hope you feel better." And she was so sweet. She's a dear.
Oh.
She's a horror goddess. I mean, she's been around since the
Okay.
80s. Yeah, she's
Okay.
so I'm
Cool,
excited
cool.
to see her. Yay.
All righty then. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait to talk about it and keep the fun going.
Yes. All right, folks. Going into our 11th year, I'm Jay Bullington.
I'm Keith Carcino.
And from all of us here at HYSTO, y'all keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. 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 Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.